so composite functions, we're talking about functions and we're combining them, we're making a composite, okay? So we are going to start looking at, that's not what we're looking at, things like this, okay? The composition of functions, and I want you to pay attention to how I say this, because you guys need to start saying things in the appropriate manner. Like x to the 2 actually means x squared. Okay, good. All right, so the way that we say this, you ready? F of g of x. Say it.
F of g of x.
Okay, so that little dot, you're not going to say f dot g, parentheses x. Okay, f of g of x. All right? So this is what we call a composite function, or a composition function. So we're going to learn how to put these two functions together to make a composite. F of g of x, see how this is written? Same exact thing. Just another way to write it. And you will see them written both ways, so you need to be comfortable with both notations. Okay? All right, so what this means is we're going to use the output for g of x as the input for f of x. And you're going to see how that works in just a moment. Are we ready? Okay. Using the rule, what is f of g of x when f of x equals 2x plus 3 and g of x equals x squared minus 4? Sorry, guys. All right, so you're going to be doing this in your calculators. I'm going to do this up here today, because for some reason I'm not showing my board because my projector is not functioning correctly. Okay.
You want us to type this on?
No, this is already on there for you. I'm just transferring it. Okay, so f of g of x, I can rewrite it. F of g of x. Are we okay with that part? Just changing the parentheses. Okay, so I have kind of a stupid way for you guys to remember this. You ready? What's that look like to you? Think of an animal. Any kind of animal. I don't care what kind of animal it is. An elephant. Somebody else said that too. Okay, it's an elephant, or it's a frog, or it's a big person. I don't know. I thought it looked like a frog. So this is some kind of animal. Any animal. I don't care what kind of animal you think it is.
I don't want to.
Okay? But are you going to remember that you're going to think of this as an animal now? Because it's so ridiculous? Yeah. Okay. Then we have this. I want you to think of that as its stomach. So it's an animal with a big belly.
Whoever's watching this lesson is going to laugh real hard because they can't see what you're talking about.
I forgot. Oh, jeez. I should be doing this on the smart board. Okay. Here, let me put it up here. All right. So this is some kind of animal, and this is its stomach. Okay?
Yeah, it's an elephant.
Okay, it's an elephant. Elephant. And that's its eye. That's going to look pretty. All right, so I want you to think that this big fat elephant is eating this function. It's eating it. It's inside its stomach. Okay? So the big fat elephant ate the gremlin. Okay? That's the way I need you to think about this. I want you to think about when you eat something, where does it go? It goes inside of you, right? Okay, so think about this. Normally we would have an f of x. What have I replaced x with? G of x. Okay, so now we're going to look at these functions and how we replace them with something different. Okay, we're making a composite. We're combining two functions together. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yes, okay. I know it's ridiculous, but it'll help, I promise. All right, so we have f of g of x. So, what is eating what? F is eating
G of x.
F is eating g of x. Good. So, normally I'm used to seeing this, f of x. What am I replacing x with?
G of x.
G of x. So all of this right here, this is what g of x equals, is going to replace my x. We're going to do lots of practice with this, okay? Okay. Okay. So, f of g of x, And I'm gonna ask you every single time you make a step that you write this down. Don't get lazy on me, okay? It's hot in here. Okay. 2, that's part of my F. And into the stomach goes x squared minus 1. And then we have to add to that a 3. So what did we do to the x of f of x?
We're substituting it with g of x.
We substituted it into a g of x, yeah. Okay, so you're putting all of g of x into f of x. All right, so you should be doing this in your calculator. Okay? Shoot. What am I going to do? Distribute. So f of g of x equals 2x squared minus 2 plus 3.
Yeah.
Am I done?
No.
What do I need to do next? Yeah.
Just annoying me, this calculator. It's just being difficult.
Skip through this document a bit. I'm not going to go over the graphical explanation. I'm going to stick with algebra 8 for now. Okay? If you missed it or you didn't like the way you wrote it, I have it written out for you on the next page. You're welcome. We are going to skip ahead to 2.1.
We're skipping all those pages.
We are.
Why?
Because I want to stick with algebra 8 for now.
Alright, makes sense.
Okay. So, what we just found was f of g of x, correct? Now what I want to find is g of f of x. So, if I'm looking for g of f of x this time, what's eating what? G is eating f of x. Good. All right, so here are my two functions. When you're doing this in your calculator, I'm doing this up here. What's going into what again? F of x is going into g of x. So all of this is going into what? Into x. Into just x. Right? So g of f of x equals, and I want somebody to tell me how to do it. Get it into your calculators first. Someone of you is going to tell me how to do it. How many people got that? 2x plus 3 in parentheses minus 1. Raise your hands if you got it again, please.
I kind of got it because you helped.
That's okay. Okay. How do I square a binomial?
You just put it in another, you do parentheses, you like, do like, FOIL.
Yes, FOIL. You have to FOIL. 2x plus 3. 2x plus 3 minus 1. Now, is doing this the same thing as saying 2x squared plus 3x, or 3 squared? No. Don't do that. Don't. Integrated algebra, don't. Bad.
We can just behave with
FOIL.
integrated.
Shh, shh. Say only nice things. FOIL. Over, honey.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm a little slow.
So, we have to FOIL. FOIL stands for
First, outer, inner.
first, outer, inner, last. Okay. Have you guys done the smiley face FOIL?
No.
Okay. Some of you have, some of you have not. All right, so first, seen that
Oh,
before?
yeah, I've done that, but I don't see the smiley face.
All right. When we FOIL this out, our first terms, 2x times 2x is, Megan, 2x times 2x, 4x squared. First outer, 2x times 3, 6x. Inner, 3 times 2x. And last, 3 times 3. And don't forget to tack on your minus 1 at the end. Right? So we have g of f of x. Notice I'm bringing it down every single step that I take, right? Because I said so. It's proper. Okay, so we have 4x squared, has no other like terms. 6x and 6x. 12x. And 9 minus 1. That is g of f of x.
I did it right.
Good, I'm very glad. So, g of f of x and f of g of x are not the same. Okay? So when we do these composite functions or composition functions, they're not always going to be the same. So you have to make sure that you can see that distinction. Okay? All right. So you should be on 3.1 in lesson 13a. Are you there? All right, so here's our new function. F of x equals x minus 4, and g of x equals x squared plus 1. Determine g, how am I going to say it? G of f of x. We're not going to verify it graphically, but I want you guys to find it algebraically. G of f of x, okay? All right, somebody set it up for me, please.
Parenthesis x minus 4.
Hold on. G of f of x equals
Parenthesis x minus 4 squared plus 1.
okay, and the way you should say this, the quantity x minus 4 squared plus 1. Fine, baby. Okay? Okay, what do I have to do after this? Foil, yeah. And you guys will get quick with foiling, especially when it's the same terms. You should have gotten x squared minus 8x plus 16 plus 1. So g of f of x equals? Perfect. Yeah. Are you ready?
Yes.
Oops.
I was so excited. I was telling Sandy about it.
Oh no. Really? Really though? Really? Please go to 4.1. 4.1. Okay, we are going to solve for f of g of x. Okay, and you want to do it on the next page. You're finding f of g of x. All right, so go ahead. Find me f of g of x, please, on 4.2. You need to pay attention. 4.2, are you on the right page? Start.
Are there like division problems like this? Like,
Are there, I don't understand what you're
like
dividing functions?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk. Pardon me. You ready? Sam,
Yes, negative.
give me your first substitution, please. F of g of x. What'd you get?
I have f of g of x equals the quantity of x minus 5 squared minus 25.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Okay, Vinny, because I know you love it so much, I'd like you to FOIL this out for me. Include all of your terms, please.
X squared minus 10x plus 5.
Don't combine them yet.
Um,
X squared.
X squared minus 5x minus 5x minus 2, or plus 25.
And then on the end. Okay, good. Doing okay so far?
Yeah.
Okay, f of g of x equals, when I combine my like terms, Bryn, what do I get?
X squared.
X squared minus 10x plus 25.
And what happens to the plus 25 minus 25? So there's your answer. How many people got it right? Good. Okay, take out a piece of paper. This will go into your notes. Yes, I am tree teller.
Me too.